Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video, I'll be talking about the fact that there is going to be a Season 4 of Shadowlands. This caught pretty much everybody off guard, I think, kind of thinking that there would be the normal lull of content, and then maybe we get an expansion at the end of the year, but that does not appear to be the case anymore. So for this video, I'll be reading through a blue post about the issue, and giving my opinions on it as I go, and kind of just summing it up. So now that Season 3 is well underway and players are pursuing all of the seasonal aspects of Mythic Plus and competitive PvP, they don't mention raiding, we'd like you to join us in considering what might come afterward. This is something that they've been doing better job of lately, is trying to give a roadmap. They don't call it a roadmap. Players, gamers, love roadmaps. I would love to see them just call something a roadmap and kind of lay it out for us. Of course, they would have to put out a little bit more content, even if it's minor content, to do that. Something I've advocated for is like actually sprucing up the mini holidays and stuff like that, or the Dark Moon Fair, as minor updates. Later this year, after the current season has run for a typical duration is 6 to 8 months. Probably thinking maybe 6 months for this, but 6 to 8 months. We're planning to conclude Season 3 and begin Shadowlands Season 4. A fresh take on what a season of WoW might include. In Shadowlands Season 4, your PvP efforts will reward you with new PvP gear along with the season rewards such as mounts and titles. We're planning for the highest ranking to be Eternal Glad, fitting capstone to your Shadowlands PvP accomplishments. This is just a normal PvP season. I've also seen PvP players just really excited for this because this is something that they've had before, where 2 PvP seasons coincided in one normal season. This is just a normal PvP season for them, and if they enjoy doing their PvP, they will enjoy it this season as well, most likely. We're excited to announce that we're going to shake things up in Mythic Plus and raiding in Season 4. We'd like to change up the Mythic Plus dungeon pool so that it would include 8 dungeons. It's technically like, 5, but 8 dungeons that span the last 4 expansions of WoW. That's the 2 Tazavesh wings, the 2 Operation Mechagon wings, the 2 Karazhan wings, and 2 dungeons from Warlords that we get to vote on. The dungeons that you have the option to vote for are Arkandon. Again, remember these are from Warlords. Arkandon, Bloodmaw Slag Mines, that was one of my votes. Everbloom, Grimrail Depot, Shadowmoon Burial Grounds, Skyreach, and Upper Blackrock Spire, UBRS. That was my other vote. I voted for Bloodmaw, Slag Mines, and Upper Blackrock Spire. Not saying you should vote for those. Those are just my 2 favorites out of those. Again, like PvP, this will be mostly a normal Mythic Plus season. For people who love Mythic Plus, they'll probably have like a high key pushing event for this as well. And it'll be kind of like a neat thing, of course, seeing Warlords dungeons as Mythic Plus was not invented yet when those dungeons were out. So they'll probably have to change a few things, I'm sure. For Season 4 rating, this is the one that's the most nuanced. So for PvP and Mythic Plus, they're just really new seasons for them. Mythic Plus gets a complete shake-up by having different dungeons, so they get some bonus. But for rating, it's a little bit different here. We're imagining adding a progenitor-themed affix system to infuse some new mechanical twists into Nathria, Sanctum, and Sepulchre. Our intention here would make all 3 raids relevant in Season 4, with increased difficulty and more powerful loot. So this basically means all 3 raids you would be progressing through again at a higher difficulty and affixes, and trying to earn a new best in slot composed of all 3 different raids. This would allow you to have max item level, most likely, or close to it, as the M3 bosses from each raid drop higher eye level. So therefore, if you combine all their loot tables together across 3 raids, that's a lot of loot to have at max level. So you could really become powerful. There is one issue with this. 3 raids being active. If it was a normal season, that would take 3 times more time spent to clear them. Not technically, but, more or less, it would take more time. And this could be an issue. Because I think if you are an average cutting edge guild or an average AOTC guild, you should have the opportunity to clear all 3 raids without having to raid more. So in order to pull this off, I do believe that they will have to decrease the difficulty than what it would be on a normal tier. So for example, if a boss is normally going to take you 100 pulls, maybe it takes you 70, maybe it takes you 50, in order to be able to progress a little bit quicker, since there would be 3 raids active at a time. This could help a lot. Another cool idea I saw was to have badge system back again, to where you get badges from each boss, and using those badges, you can target items in the raid, specific items that have a cost of badges, and that way you can get your best in slot a little bit easier that way as well, and make the raid easier as you have better gear through badges as well. So those are that's the only possible stumbling point I see in this system, the season 4, is the raid portion of it, and they could fix that by not having it be as difficult as a normal tier and giving badges. Not one or the other, I would say both of those things would help it quite a bit and make it a lot more cool. Overall, I would give the idea of this season 4 thing like an 8 out of 10, and it of course could be a 10 out of 10 if they pull everything off perfectly. However, I don't expect anyone to do that, to be perfect in anything. I think generally it's going to be a great thing. The rating will be the thing that determines it, really, in my opinion. If it's a 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 or maybe even lower, it would be how they manage this rating thing. So hopefully they listen to community feedback on it and make it a fun thing to do. Make the bosses a little bit easier is more fun. Having access to really cool gear is more fun. So hopefully they do that. That's about it for this one. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.